The Schutzstaffel, or SS, began as a small elite bodyguard unit for Adolf Hitler in the early days of the Nazi Party. Initially, their primary function was to ensure the safety of Hitler and other high-ranking Nazi officials during public appearances and rallies. Founded in 1925, their initial role was to provide security at party rallies and protect key Nazi figures. This small group was highly selective, choosing only the most loyal and ideologically aligned members to serve. However, under the leadership of Heinrich Himmler, the SS underwent a chilling transformation. Himmler, who took control in 1929, had grander ambitions for the organization. Himmler, a ruthless and ambitious man, envisioned the SS as more than just guards. He saw them as the vanguard of Nazi ideology, the enforcers of racial purity, and the architects of a new German order. His vision extended far beyond mere protection duties. He saw them as the vanguard of Nazi ideology, the enforcers of racial purity, and the architects of a new German order. Himmler believed that the SS should be the elite force that would shape the future of Germany, ensuring that only those deemed racially pure would thrive. Himmler's vision for the SS was one of unwavering loyalty to Hitler and the Nazi Party. He demanded absolute obedience and instilled a culture of brutality within the ranks. The SS members were indoctrinated with the belief that they were superior to others and that their mission justified any means. He instilled a culture of obedience and brutality within the ranks, emphasizing racial superiority and the elimination of perceived enemies. Training was rigorous and designed to desensitize members to violence, making them efficient instruments of terror. The SS quickly grew in size and influence, evolving into a powerful organization with its own distinct uniforms, symbols, and a chilling reputation. Their presence was felt everywhere, from the streets of German cities to the occupied territories. Their signature black uniforms and the death's head insignia became synonymous with terror and oppression throughout Germany and occupied Europe. These symbols were designed to instill fear and demonstrate the SS's authority and power. The SS's early activities included intimidating political opponents and disrupting rival meetings. They were often seen at the political rallies, using their presence to silence opposition and ensure that the Nazi message was the only one heard. They were implicated in street violence and political assassinations, creating an atmosphere of fear and silencing dissent against the Nazis. Their tactics were brutal and effective, leaving a trail of terror in their wake. As the Nazi Party gained power, the SS's role expanded significantly. They became more than just enforcers. They were now key players in the Nazi regime, involved in every aspect of its operations. They were instrumental in the establishment of the Nazi police state, taking control of law enforcement and intelligence agencies. The SS's reach extended into every corner of German society, ensuring that the Nazi ideology was enforced with an iron fist. The SS was meticulously organized, reflecting its ambition and the scale of its horrific tasks. This organization was not just a military force, but a complex bureaucracy designed to implement the Nazi ideology in every aspect of life. At the very top stood Heinrich Himmler, the Reichsführer SS, who reported directly to Adolf Hitler. Himmler was not only a key architect of the SS, but also a driving force behind many of its most brutal policies. Below Himmler were various subdivisions, each with specific roles in carrying out the Nazi agenda. These subdivisions were meticulously structured to ensure efficiency and control over every aspect of their operations. The Allgemeine SS was the largest branch, responsible for general security and policing within Germany. They were the backbone of the SS, ensuring that Nazi policies were enforced at the local level. They enforced Nazi racial laws, persecuted minorities, and maintained order through intimidation and violence. Their actions were pivotal in creating a climate of fear and oppression throughout the country. The Waffen-SS, the armed wing of the organization, grew into a formidable military force. They were involved in some of the most brutal battles of World War II, known for their fierce fighting and ruthless tactics. Initially composed of volunteers, it later conscripted men from occupied territories, becoming a truly multinational force united by a shared ideology of hate. This expansion allowed the Waffen-SS to grow rapidly, drawing in recruits from across Europe. The Waffen-SS fought alongside the regular German army, or Wehrmacht, but were notorious for their brutality and disregard for the rules of war. Their actions often included war crimes and atrocities against both soldiers and civilians. Another crucial branch was the Sicherheitsdienst, or SD, the SS's intelligence agency. The SD was instrumental in gathering information and conducting operations that targeted enemies of the Nazi state. Tasked with identifying and neutralizing internal and external enemies, the SD played a key role in the persecution of Jews, political opponents, and anyone deemed a threat to the Nazi regime. Their intelligence operations were extensive and ruthless. They gathered intelligence, conducted surveillance, and orchestrated the arrest and disappearance of countless victims. The SD's reach extended into every corner of occupied Europe, making them a feared and powerful entity. The concentration camp system, a horrifying symbol of Nazi barbarity, also fell under the control of the SS. These camps were designed to imprison, exploit, and exterminate those deemed undesirable by the Nazi regime. The Totenkopfverbände, or Death's Head units, were responsible for guarding and administering these camps. They were notorious for their cruelty and played a central role in the Holocaust. Within these camps, the SS perpetrated unimaginable atrocities, subjecting prisoners to torture, slave labor, and systematic extermination. The legacy of their crimes remains a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty.